Namaste, friends, and welcome back to your 30 days of 30 minutes a day yoga challenge benefiting St. Jude's Hospital. I am so excited to share today's meditation and breathing exercise with you guys. So for the next 2 days, we'll be doing this meditation and breathing exercise. After that, we will get into a little bit more asana or stretching-based practice. I'm so excited to see how this evolves for all of you. So for today's exercise, we will be practicing our box breathing, or typically known in yoga is more parallel breath. All right, let's get into a little bit of asana or stretching before we come into the breathing exercise and meditation. So start off with just a little bit of centering. Rock back and forth on your sits bones. And find that comfy spot where you can sit up nice and tall but feel very relaxed. Release your hands somewhere comfortable. Take a big breath in, draw your spine long and tall. And as you breathe out, keep the spine tall, but soften your shoulders. Invite some softness to the belly, relax your jaw and the space between your eyebrows. Find a little forward lean if that's comfortable. And if you'd like, you can blink your eyes closed or soften your gaze to your drishti, which is your looking place in yoga. And start just by noticing your breathing. As we ground more and more into our yoga practice, you might start to notice more details about the breath and more details about what you've brought into your practice day to day. Today, you may notice that you're more energetic or more tired. Maybe you're more eager for the practice or more reluctant. See if you can name what spaces in the body tell you these things. As an example, when I am more reluctant or stubborn about doing something, I can feel a tightening in my chest, abdomen and my low belly, a little clench in my jaw. What emotion do you feel, and where do you feel that in your body? As always, simply noticing without adding on any extra judgment. Notice what you've brought to your practice today. And start to shift a little more attention into your breathing. If you have any distractions or thoughts bouncing around in your brain, come back to that idea of this is an opportunity for me to train my brain. Each distraction is an opportunity for me to show myself compassion. And if you'd like, I invite you to visualize your thought balloons, wrapping each thought up into a balloon. You thank it for its purpose, and then let it go. Find what you need to help calm your mind here. In your time, start to avert your eyes from your drishti or open your eyes back up. And let's find a little bit of movement. So place your hands on top of your thighs and slowly start to tilt forward one direction, coming up the other direction. And this is the same as our asana from our first few days of our practice, but see if you can get a little more breath connection in today. So as you fold and curl and exhale, As you come up the other side and grow taller, inhale. See if you'd like to add in some neck and shoulder rolls here, or if there's a spot you'd like to pause in and give a little extra attention to. Maybe you'd like to change the position of your seat by planting your feet or straightening your legs. Listen to your body's instincts and don't be afraid to try some new things, or things that look completely different from what I'm doing. It's all about finding our personal anatomies and our personal brain's way into peace. Start to switch directions. And if you lost your connection to the breathing, see if you can get it back. Inhale on the up, exhale on the down. Make it yours and take a few more here. Remember, this movement can be small or big, slower or faster. When you're ready, slowly come back up to a seated position, nice and comfortable. Pull your hands to your heart and press your thumbs into your sternum. Take a deep breath in and out. All right. If it's available to you, draw the soles of your feet together, coming into a butterfly position. If you're upright in a chair, keep your knees bent, feet planted, and toe-heel your feet as far apart as you feel comfortable with. Whichever position you've chosen, interlace your hands together behind your head and press your elbows open. Notice if your rib cage is flared, pull your ribs back down, and breathe in and imagine shooting the crown of your head up to your ceiling. As you breathe out, start to curl your chin to your chest. Let your elbows hang nice and heavy. You might stay right here, or you might start to lean further forward towards your feet or towards the ground. Breathe in, lift up a little. Breathe out, sink a little further forward. You can keep going like this with the up and down, or you can just be still. Let's take 3 more breaths here, finding what works for us today. Slowly curl your way back up like you're stacking one vertebra at a time like Legos, releasing your hands, and come back up to a natural seated position. Now let's get a little counter stretch in there. So usually after we do a big fold forward like that, it feels good to bend the opposite way. So finding your comfortable seat, grab onto the tops of your legs or maybe your shins if they're available to you. Pull your chest forward, shoot your tail back, look up and open up your throat. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Come back to a neutral seat. Let's find one more gentle back bend, but this time, interlace your hands together behind your back. You can either press your thumbs into your sternum or shoot your knuckles towards the base of the chair or the floor behind you. As you breathe in, shoot the crown of your head up high. As you breathe out, press your knuckles down, your chest open. Open up your throat. If it feels good, look up to your ceiling. Big breath in. Big breath out. Squeeze your hands a little closer together. One more big breath in. Big breath out. And release your hands. All right. Take your right hand outside your right thigh and sweep your left arm up and overhead. Stretching all the way through the left side of the body. You can stay like this, or if you'd like to get a little more into the side of your neck, take your left hand to your right back pocket and tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. So I'm pressing my left shoulder down, letting my right ear fall towards my right shoulder. This stretches the side of the neck. And just like we did on day one, you can stay like this, or you can draw some patterns with your nose. And breathe as you soften into the whole left side of the body. Come back to center, and let's switch sides. Take your left hand down, sweep your right arm up and over, and you can stay right here. Or to stretch into the side of your neck, take your right hand to your left back pocket. Tilt your left ear towards your left shoulder and press your right shoulder away from the right ear. You can stay here and breathe, or you can draw some patterns with your nose. Maybe even add in a little healthy, distracted mindfulness by drawing a fun little pattern like a smiley face. And come back to a natural seated position. All right, let's add one extra in for our lower body to make sure we're nice and loosened up for our meditation today. So, take your feet out in front of you and toe heel your feet nice and far apart. Now, if you're seated all the way on the ground, you can open up your legs into a straddle. Then bend your knees and plant your feet as close to you as you can, not stressing out about how close or far apart the feet are. So either way, we end up in this sort of squat position. Breathe in, reach your arms up nice and high. Reach forward as far as you can, like you're trying to grab something, but you just can't quite get it. And then let your head hang down heavily. Place your hands wherever they can reach. That might be the tops of your thighs. Maybe you can start to grab onto your kneecaps. Maybe your hands can come to the floor. If they come to the floor and you want a deeper stretch, walk your hands as far forward as you can and let your ears fall between your biceps. Take 3 deep breaths here and notice if you feel any opening in your hips and low back. Slowly walk your hands back and curl up 1 vertebra at a time like you're stacking those Legos. And come back to a neutral seat. All right, let's get into our box breathing. So the idea of box breathing visually is very intuitive. If you think about a box or a square, it is an object that's made of 4 equally sized lines. So the idea of box breathing, if you're a visual meditator, is to build a box in your mind's eye. You start out with the inhale, and here I've written for 4 counts. So you inhale for 4 counts. You build the second side of the box by holding for 4 counts, the same amount. The third side of the box you build by exhaling for 4 counts, the same amount. And you build the final side of the box by holding for another 4 counts. So all of these for 4 counts or for whatever number you choose to use, as long as they're all the same number. Visual meditators really like to actually picture this in their mind's eye, but just know that it's not necessary for you to participate in the meditation. Place your hands somewhere comfortable and find your drishti, your looking place, or just blink your eyes closed. Begin to recenter yourself by drawing some attention into your breath. Notice the state of your mind at this point. Perhaps your mind is more or less focused. Your emotions and energy may be more or less balanced. Let yourself notice without judgment, and start to breathe a little bit deeper. We invite you to challenge yourself here to make each inhale and exhale just a little bit longer than the last, maybe by a millisecond. And a further challenge of matching the length of inhale to the length of exhale. Traditionally in yoga, this breath is done in and out through the nose. The tradition is not more important than your accessibility, so find what works for you. The style of breathing, in its essence, is parallel breath in yoga. Let's lean into it for a few more breaths before we come fully into box breathing. In your time, begin to shift your mind's eye, drawing more attention to my guidance if you choose. I'll begin to guide us into some cycles of box breathing. I'll guide you for several cycles, and then I'll leave you some time to practice on your own. Remember that you are welcome to pause the video or come back to a more natural pace of breathing at any time. You are in charge of your body. Also, a gentle reminder that this sort of breathing might feel a little too slow and deep for those who are newer to a pranayama or breath practice. You can always change the pacing, and the lung capacity will come with time and practice. Take a big breath and empty it out fully. Let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Slowing it down for the next few rounds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Slowing it down even more for our last round. If this is going really well for you and you'd like a little bit more deep relaxation in your body and mind, instead of exhale, hold for the last 2 lines of your box, I invite you to try exhaling the whole time. Can help to draw your mouth into a little O, like you're breathing out a straw, to make the exhale last longer. Take what works for you, leave what doesn't. Last few. Empty out your breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At this time, I invite you to continue your own parallel or box breathing cycle. If you'd like to take a pause or end for today, it's perfectly acceptable. Listen to what your body needs and nourish it accordingly. In your time, start to return to a more natural pace of breathing. And again, notice any shifts you feel within your body, whether physically, emotionally, energetically. And see if you can place a name on this sensation. As an example, deep, long exhales bring our body into the parasympathetic nervous system. So this takes us out of fight or flight and into what's called resting and digesting. If you took those deep, long exhales, you might feel more relaxed, maybe a heaviness in your chest and belly, a sense of sleepiness and heavy eyelids, or maybe something completely different. What do you feel, and where do you feel that in your body? In your time, start to bring a little more awareness to the space around you. Wiggle out your fingers and toes and notice the textures underneath them. Slowly make your way up to a seated position and draw your gaze back to the room and the space around you. This phrase that I often share, namaste, means the light and the goodness in me sees and bows to the light and the goodness in you. Namaste. If you like this video and this meditation, please comment your feedback below. If you would like to donate to my St. Jude fundraiser and haven't already done so, please check out my Facebook page and check me out on any other socials. See you tomorrow.